Welcome to Gun News Review. Attorneys for the University of Wyoming say the school is allowed to regulate guns on its campus under a previous U.S. Supreme Court ruling and state law. They made their case in filings last week in a lawsuit brought by Lyle Williams. The Uintah County delegate was cited for openly carrying a gun during the state Republican convention at the university in April. The Laramie Boomerang reports that attorneys say that the 2008 Supreme Court ruling that overturned a handgun ban in Washington, D.C. said that guns could still be banned in sensitive places like schools. While Wyoming cities and counties can't pass gun regulations, they say the university is a state entity that is allowed to. Williams' criminal trial has been put on hold while the lawsuit is considered. The Kent State University graduate who gained internet fame with graduation photos where she posed with an AR-10 will host an open carry rally at the university this fall. Caitlin Bennett posed with the gun to protest the university's gun policy, which bans students, staff, faculty, and people doing business with the university from carrying guns on its campus. Since Bennett is no longer a student or person doing business with the university, she is allowed to carry a gun outside on campus. She will host that rally at Kent State September 29th. She spoke earlier about that picture.
I took a picture with a gun. That's it. If that doesn't tell you the state of college campuses and how this non-issue, really gun rights is not an issue. It shouldn't be controversial for a woman to protect herself or even carry a rifle. Yet because I did exactly what liberals don't want me to do, I went viral because of a photo. It's that easy.
Bennett tweeted that she plans to bring out a great lineup of speakers. A Georgia gubernatorial candidate is calling for a repeal of campus carry and limits plus restrictions on public carry. Democrat Stacey Abrams says campus carry needs to be repealed because, in her words, no parent should have to worry about guns in their child's dorm room. But she says she's also standing for responsible gun ownership. Abrams is pushing for restrictions on concealed carry across the state. And as a member of the Georgia House of Representatives, she sponsored a 2016 proposal that would ban assault weapons, armor-piercing bullets, and ammunition that contains depleted uranium. Abrams is the first Georgia gubernatorial nominee in decades to support firearms restrictions and openly war with the gun lobby. The Maryland General Assembly will consider legislation next year to ban access to so-called 3D printed guns. Majority Leader and Democrat Kathleen DeMay says she's drafting legislation that would ban the possession of 3D printed guns and so-called ghost guns, but she didn't release any specific details on that proposed legislation. A former candidate for Georgia's 10th Congressional District is facing murder charges in the death of her former treasurer. 30-year-old Kelly Lynn Collins was arrested last Wednesday by the McDuffie County Sheriff's Office. During her 2017 campaign, Collins ran as a Democrat, pushing what she called responsible gun regulation to protect the community. You're listening to Gun News Review. The family of a man fatally shot with a black powder revolver has sued the retailer that sold the gun, saying the killer's violent past should have precluded the sale. The Worcester Daily Record reports the estate of 21-year-old Brian Gallagher filed the lawsuit against Cabela's and its parent company last week in northeast Ohio's Wayne County. Investigators say 69-year-old Paul Claren used a gun to murder Gallagher in 2016. The lawsuit claims that Cabela's should never have sold the replica 1858 Remington Army 44 caliber black powder revolver in 2014, along with a black powder loading kit nearly a year and a half later. A detective testified that purchases of black powder guns don't require federal background checks. Bass Pro Group hasn't responded. And the British Special Air Service confirms one of its elite soldiers shot and killed an ISIS commander nearly a mile and a half away. It's believed to be the best long-range kill in the regiment's nearly 80-year history. The SAS says the soldier used a nearly 40-year-old 50-caliber Browning machine gun. A spotter also helped in making the shot. That shot hit the ISIS commander directly in the chest, blowing off his arm and shoulder. The commander had been briefing his men and was standing still for at least 20 minutes. The kill was made in June in Afghanistan. You've been listening to Gun News Review, comprehensive and concise.